Hello, today we're going to proceed with Barron's Essential Words for IELTS Unit 8, Text 3. On the left hand side we have a text which calls wheelchair accessibility issues, and on the right hand side we have a task. Let's read the task. Answer the questions about wheelchair accessibility issues. Questions 1 to 3. Choose the correct letter A, B, C or D. So let's read the first question. In industrialized countries, disabilities are found more often among A. Older people, B. Children, C. Students, D. Injured people. So let's highlight keywords. So our keywords are going to be industrialized nations and disabilities. So we have to focus on these two keywords, and let's start to scan this text, and then let's try to find any information about industrialized countries, nations. So we don't have anything in the first sentence, and here in the second sentence we have one of our keywords, which is industrialized. Let's highlight it and further. So in case of the disabilities, there is a incapacitated. So this is a synonym to our keyword. Let's read this sentence. Industrialized higher income nations in Asia, Europe and North America are seeing an older population grow more incapacitated as they age, whereas in low income countries of Africa, Asia and Latin America, poverty, conflict, injuries and accidents account for most disabilities, many of them in children. So in case of industrialized countries, it's about old people, and let's highlight our answer. And as you can see, in low income countries as Africa, Asia and Latin America, it's among children. So we have to be very careful because we have an option children here, but it's not related to industrialized nations. So we got answer. Let's go further. To be accessible to wheelchair, buildings need. So let's highlight our keywords, which is wheelchairs and buildings. We have to find any information about accessibility of wheelchair to the buildings. So as you can see, we have in the second paragraph the word wheelchairs, but there is no information about buildings. So we have to go further and to try to find any information about wheelchair accessibility. So here in this sentence we have a wheelchair accessible, which is our keyword. So we can go further and we can find any further information about it. So here in the following paragraph, following sentence, there is a wheelchair and building. So to be sure, let's read both sentences. Many countries have laws requiring public buildings, workplaces, stores, restaurants, entertainment and sports facilities to be wheelchair accessibility. To accommodate wheelchair building, exteriors need wide sidewalks with curb cuts and ramps. Automatic doors, including those on elevators, must be wrought and remain open long enough for a person in a wheelchair to come and to go with ease. In a building, interior corridors must be wide enough for a person in a wheelchair and another person on foot to pass side by side, and the carpeting should be firm enough for wheelchair to roll over easily. So let's read our options. More compact curbs, wider doors and corridors, elevators on the exterior, carpets interior. So as you guys remember, they were saying here about wide doors. There was information about doors, and from here they were saying also about the corridors. in the following sentence. So automatic doors, including those on elevators, and in a building interior, corridors must be wide enough. So this our answer is not in the one sentence, in the two sentences in this paragraph. So we have to be very careful with this kind of tricky questions, and to try to find full answers. So let's go further. Compact wheelchairs are. So our keyword is going to be compact wheelchairs. So more unwidely, easier to use on a bus, less affordable, much wider. So let's scan further, and let's try to find this answer. So we can even go further, since it's, as we can see, we have it step by step. It could be in the following paragraph, there is no information about compact wheelchairs, and here there is some information about wheelchairs. In this paragraph, there is a word compact. So this is our keyword. Let's highlight it, and this is about these wheelchairs. It's basically continues the idea in the first sentence. So let's read these two sentences. So, and to try to find answer to our question. So growing public awareness is contributing to less expensive types of wheelchairs being designed for specific environments. For example, chairs capable of maneuvering across the roads and the rugged terrain, but lightweight and compact, so they can fold up to fit in crowded spaces, such as the aisle of a bus. These wheelchairs must be affordable and constructed of locally available materials for easy repair. As you can see, these compact wheelchairs are used so easy in the bus. There is information about it, and this is our answer. Let's read the following task. Complete the summary using words from the list below. So we have here a list of all these words, and this is necessitated, poverty, ramps, recreation, slopes, switches, terrain, updated. So let's start to read this paragraph. For people in wheelchairs, accessibility is an issue in most areas of their lives, whether they are at home or at school, working or enjoying something during their free time. So we have to highlight our keywords here, which is basically wheelchairs and home, school, and the working. So this is gonna be our keywords. Let's scan the text, and let's try to find any information related to this work, home, or school. So we scan from the first paragraph. We know that we don't have any information about it here. It's more related to the countries. So when we go further, there is also information related to the wheelchairs here in the second paragraph, and as you can see, we have here home, work, and the school. So let's read this sentence. Accessibility issues abound at home, work, and school, in recreation activities, and in transportation. So this is basically recreation activities. So I said about recreation activities. So in our case, what exactly we do at home, work, and school, it's a recreation activities. So answer to the fourth question is going to be recreation. We're going to highlight it here, not to use this word second time and not to get confused. And now let's go further. In homes, things need to be branched, so that they can't be reached by a person in a wheelchair. Counters, shelves, and something need to be placed towards than usual. So I recommend to use here main keyword shelves. Shelves and the counters can be used. So we further scan the text and we try to find any information related to these shelves. Where exactly it's mentioned here. So as you can see in the following paragraph, we have some information about counters and the shelves, because this is our two keywords. Because I just focus on one word, not to lose our time, but anyways, so counters and the shelves are listed here. And let's read this sentence. Kitchens need lower counters and shelves, as well as accessible switches for lights, garbage disposal, and exhaust fans. So they need accessible switches. So the answer to the fifth question is gonna be switches. So and further, something must be built in a place of a usual front steps. So the following keyword is gonna be steps. So we can come up to this, that this is logically, since they are used in the task by comma, they're gonna be here in the text close to each other. So as you can see, we have here few steps, our keyword. Let's read this sentence. Also, because most homes have at least a few steps, wheelchair ramp is a must. So they were saying about wheelchair ramps is a must. So here, as you can see, there is also this a must. So ramps are gonna be our keywords, our answer, because of this. They say that wheelchair ramps must be built in a place. Let's go further. Public buildings also need to be arranged to allow access to people in wheelchairs. Transportation is also an issue. Many cities have their buses and the subways, so that it is easier now than it was in the past for people in wheelchair to get around. So our keyword is gonna be here cities and buses and the subways. Easy. So we have to scan further and try to find any information related to cities, buses, and the subways. So as you can see here, we say many cities, subway, and a bus system. So let's read this sentence. Many cities have subway and a bus systems that accommodate wheelchairs, and the list is growing. For example, Beijing updated its subway system for the 2008 Olympics, providing disabled riders access to it for the first time. So many cities as Beijing they just updated their subway and the bus systems, so disabled people have more access. So the answer is gonna be updated. So this was our last answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So like this video, please give your comments. If you need more videos, let me know. Good luck with your IELTS exam. Have a good day. Bye.